Hi guys, Blaze here, welcome to the Otaku Den. Today we'll be doing the February 2012 anime pickups. So first up is the odds and ends, which is just, single volume releases and such. So we've got volume 1 with the Artbox for Last Exile. I already have all of other volumes, so we'll just put those in now. And there we go. I already picked all these up a long time ago. In fact, I picked them all up as a complete set with Volume 1. When I originally did that, I thought it was coming with the Artbox. That's as it was advertised, but it turns out it didn't. I got a refund for the Artbox, so that was alright. And it's taken me a little while, about 4 months, but I finally got around to buying the Artbox itself. So now I have a complete series in the Artbox. Yeah, this is how I prefer to get a series in the Artbox. I really like them. So yeah, I've got that. Continuing on with odds and ends, I picked up the last 2 volumes I needed for Holic, so you've got volume 4 and volume 5. To my knowledge, from my research, apparently the way you do pronounce this show is just Holic, and you ignore the 3 X's. It could be 3xHolic, it could be xxxHolic, it could be xxxHolic, but from my research, apparently it's just Holic. That's probably wrong, but oh well. So yeah, I already had the rest of the volumes for this with the Artbox as well, which is kind of cool since the Artbox is surprisingly hard to get nowadays. At least it was a little while ago. I don't know if it still is. Maybe some more came into circulation. But there we go. So now got that as a complete series in the Artbox. The Artbox is a little misshapen on top, but considering it's all second hand, I'm not too worried. The rest, in fact, shelfware wise, is practically brand new, as you can see. The only thing is it's a little bit bent on the top. I've put some heavy stuff on there and it doesn't seem to have made any difference, so I'll just ignore it. Okay, next up we'll go for, what should we go for? This. Spice and Wolf Season 1. I believe this was actually the Viridian collection, but it doesn't actually say that anywhere. It was just a re-release. The reason I got this was because I already have Spice and Wolf Season 2 DVD and Blu-ray with the limited edition box, and obviously I wanted to get the Viridian collection so the spines would match. Yeah, so I finally got this. It's crazy, to be honest, because I bought this limited edition about 5 months ago or something ridiculous. I've only just got around to getting Season 1, and since I'd never seen Season 1, I couldn't actually watch Season 2, so now that I've finally got them, I can watch them. Now I've got them complete. I know there's a Blu-ray version of this, but it comes in like a just a Blu-ray case, and it's way smaller. And I'd prefer it to match. And to my knowledge and my research again, although as always I could be wrong, I'm pretty sure the Season 1 Blu-ray release of this was just an upscale. I could be wrong about that, to be honest, but I'm pretty sure it was. I'm not even that sure that the Season 2 isn't as well, but it probably isn't, because it's a little bit of a newer series. But yeah, there's the Spice and Wolf series. I'm looking forward to watching that because I quite like the quieter, slower shows, slow-paced shows. Okay, well, since we were in the Funimation Limited Edition, we'll continue on. So next up, I've got Rosario Vampire, Season 1. I haven't got Season 2 yet. It's just Season 1. I've actually watched this series already. It's just it's a harem show with a little bit of a difference in that they're all monsters, you could say, like a vampire, succubus, witch, and just some freeze girl thing. It was alright. It wasn't really that good, to be honest. I mean, it's a harem show, so I wasn't expecting a grand art or anything, but I enjoyed it for the most part. I thought it was alright. There were some jokes I liked, and I thought the dub was okay as well. It wasn't terrible, although the main voice actor, whose name I forget, but he's really getting overused by Funimation, and I don't think his voice suited the character from this show, but oh well. Yeah, so that's Rosario Vampire. It was alright, nothing more, nothing less. Next up is Princess Jellyfish. I was really looking forward to getting this one. This is a shoujo show, which typically means it's a show aimed at girls, but it has an interesting premise. It's like kind of a otaku-ness involved, but I'm pretty sure it's not anime involved. It's to do with fashion, but it's like an obsession thing. And the character here is actually a guy, just a very fashionable guy as they call it in the show. Interesting thing about this is this is my first of the new Funimation redesigned limited editions boxes, which means they're not DVD sized anymore. They're Blu-ray sized, which means they're considerably smaller. I quite like them. They're nice and dinky, and yeah, I don't know if I prefer it yet because I've only got one and it kind of looks really out of place on my shelf with all the others, but I quite like them. Once I get more, it won't look so out of place. And yeah, overall I prefer this design. I wish that they'd done this sooner rather than continued on with the Blu-rays, especially since in Spice and Wolf's case, if they had continued on, if they'd done it with Spice and Wolf, I would have bought Season 1 Spice and Wolf on Blu-ray rather than on DVD, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, Princess Jellyfish, I haven't watched it yet. It's high on my list to watch very soon. Okay, we're really getting through this quite quickly, a lot quicker than my first take, which I did a few days ago. Fooly Cooly, I'm pretty sure that's how this is called. I have been wanting to get this version of this show for a very, very long time, and I'm very, very pleased to get it. It just come this morning, so this was like, and I did order this in February, which is why my previous take of this pickups you'll never see, because it didn't actually have this and I'd forgotten about it, that it was coming, amazingly, considering how much I wanted this set. So yeah, it's the 3 DVDs and the Artbox. At one point this was going for ridiculously stupid prices, and obviously with the Blu-ray re-release from Funimation, it's considerably gone down in value, which means it was considerably easier to get, and I got it even cheaper than it would have been if I had imported it from America, because I won it on a one-off eBay UK auction, so I was very pleased about that. It's the Fooly Cooly collector's box with all 3 volumes in there, which contains all 6 episodes. I really, really like this show. I've got an art book for it. I really like it. I just think it's really cool. Really, really cool OVA, and I'm very pleased to own this version of it. I don't own the Blu-ray. I had seen this show before just through, I can't remember, probably YouTube or just pirating, downloading, whatever. But I'd seen it. I'd seen it, English dub and everything, and I really liked it, and I have always really liked it. So I'm very pleased to finally, in 2012, took long enough to finally add this to my collection and have Fooly Cooly on my shelf, because it certainly deserves to be there. So that's that. Continue on with the art boxy shows. We've got Puella, Magi, Madoka Magica, Volume 1, Blu-ray DVD, limited edition from Aniplex of America. This was really expensive, and this was such a hard decision whether to purchase or not. Because obviously I had to import it, which meant that while my pound to dollar conversion helped, it's still ridiculously expensive considering how many episodes are on there. There's only 4 episodes on this. 4 unique episodes, one could argue. There's 8 episodes because we've got Blu-ray and DVD, but that'd be a stupid argument to make. There's some cool stuff in here if you want to go and look on the look for that sort of stuff. Look on the internet, on YouTube. There's plenty of people that have unboxed this, so I'm not going to bother, especially since it'll make this video even longer than it already is. I have not seen this show. I was very tentative about buying it, not just because of the limited edition. I was actually tentative about buying it. I'm not really sure tentative's the right word. I'm not very good at English sometimes. I tend to use words completely out of context. But yeah, I was a bit unsure, shall we say, about whether I should buy this show at all, let alone the limited edition. But I watched the trailer. Yes, it's a magical girl show. People don't tend to rave about magical girl shows anymore, especially the ones of old, like the Sailor Moon style. If one of those comes out nowadays, barely anyone would talk about it. And this definitely didn't look like a typical magical girl show at all. It looked dark, it looked very interesting, and it certainly looked cool. The animation looked cool. So I decided I'd give it a go. And when I decided I'd give it a go, I decided to go for the limited edition, because I knew if I ended up liking it and making the and then I might want the limited editions, and if I hadn't bought them and they'd gone out of print, I would never have been able to afford them, because I've got Orimo, which I pre-ordered. I had no doubt that I wanted this show. I really liked it when I watched it on whatever stream I watched it on, I forget, but I really liked it. Now this is now this is out of print from Aniplex, it's going for stupid prices, so I'm very, very fortunate to have got this when I did. Now, I pre-ordered it the day it went up for pre-order and right stuff, so basically, yeah, with Oromo in mind, knowing what happened to Oromo and how much money that now costs to get, if you can even find it, thanks to greedy Amazon resellers, etc, etc. I knew that if I was going to like this show, I needed to get the limited edition, because I would have regretted it if I really liked this and wanted the really nice version of it. So yeah, yes, it was expensive, but I decided to pull the trigger on it. I have not watched it yet. I have made a very stupid decision, one would argue, especially after everything I just said, that I'm not actually going to watch this show until I have all 3 limited editions. Because if I like it, I want to watch it all in one go. And then one would argue, well, if you don't like it, why did you buy all the limited editions? That is a very good question, Internet, and not one that I can answer. Because, yeah, is a very good point. Next up is the things I bought in December. So these aren't technically February pickups, it's just they've taken this long to come, thanks to this here. I originally bought 3 things as bargain deals from Right Stuff in their Christmas run-up. One of the things I bought had gone out of stock, and they said they were going to get more in stock very soon, and it ended up being a lot longer than anticipated, and in fact was very, very long, since what they actually got wasn't what I ordered. What I ordered was the 2 halves Blu-ray sets of this, so episodes 1 to 13 and then 14 to 26 for this show in 2 separate sets. That was the one I wanted. I told Right Stuff that was the one I wanted, and I knew this was coming, and it's not the one I wanted, so could they cancel that part of the order? They said they won't, well, not that they won't, but they said, don't worry, those ones are coming, they're on order, blah blah blah. And then the second this came out, or came into their stock, they shipped it, and this ended up coming instead, which, now that it's here, I don't really care. It was just my OCD collecting thing coming in, where I wanted like the original print run or whatever of a certain thing. I don't always do that, but for a majority of my stuff I like to get the original versions. For some reason, normally to hurt my wallet even more. But now that it's here, I really don't care. So we've got the complete collection of, I'm not really sure how do you say that, so I'm just going to say Xam'd. I know that's probably wrong. I have not watched this. It's by Bones. I definitely want to watch it, especially since it's had very strong comparisons to Eureka 7, which is one of my favourite series of all time. So very, very, very high again on my list of things to watch, but I have so much stuff to watch. Anyway, that's that. So I'll try and keep this in the limit, shall we? Rather than going to 2 parts, that'd be stupid. Next up is 2 volumes, the 2 Blu-ray volumes of Needless. We've got season 1, episodes 1 to 12 and episodes 13 to 24. One thing that's weird about the Needless things is the Blu-ray covers are distinctly different. On the DVD covers, you get the guys from the show who's on the spine and stuff. You get those guys. On the Blu-ray covers, you get far more risque versions of the female cast, especially here. I don't know why that is. It's probably just assuming that otakus are hardcore. So the more hardcore otakus will buy the Blu-ray version, and obviously, according to the media, or at least according to Sentai Filmworks, the more hardcore you are, the more perverted you are, and you want that on your cover. I'm not so sure about that, but I'm quite happy to buy this on Blu-ray. I was interested in it, and getting it in the bargain bundle I did meant I got both for essentially the price of one. So that was very good. And last but not least, a show that I've just finished watching, which is Soul Eater. The Meister collection and the Weapon collection, which is essentially the whole show re-released on Blu-ray with a proper HD print, or whatever you want to call it, transfer. So not an upscale or anything. Very cool show. It looks really cool. So much of the show, though, I was left thinking, when is this story actually going to kick in? When is something actually going to become the main plot? And it took a ridiculously long time. I think it was like 34 episodes until something became the unique thing that would drive the show to the end. But it does have a very good ending. I did enjoy it. I don't rate it quite as highly as other people do, mainly because it just took so long to get to the point. But yeah, Soul Eater, really, really, really cool, and I want to get some video games based on this show. That's my February 2012 anime pickups. I've been Blaze, you've been in the Otaku Den. I hope you enjoyed your stay.